On this video, I want to go over Byrna possession legality. All versions of the Byrna are the same. All of these physical launchers are the same magazines, same features. The area where you start to change is the color of the Byrna. And your projectile options. Make sure you fact check everything here on the Byrna site. Sometimes things change, and just make sure you're up to date with the most accurate, SOPs, legal, all that good stuff. For the majority of the United States, you can get a Byrna in any of their colors, and you can get it with their Byrna Max rounds. The Max rounds are a mixture of OC and CS, which is basically pepper spray and tear gas in powder form. And for the majority of the United States, this can be the kit. So this kit is the Byrna Max, one I did the unboxing on. Where things start to change is when you start having locations that allow different projectiles, don't allow some at all, or require different colors of launchers. Again, physically, every Byrna HD is the exact same. So I want to go over some of those. From my understanding, again, always fact check, the majority of the US and South Africa allow the Byrna Max any color Byrna launcher. Now this is where it takes a point to start going down the list. So Byrna Max, this is the CS and OC version, is not allowed in New York, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, or California. Byrna Pepper, which is similar to the Byrna Max, but there's no tear gas in it. It is just basically pepper spray in powder form. That is not allowed in New York, Minnesota, Massachusetts, or California. Now what Byrna's done is they made a version of this that's called, previously it's called the Byrna RV recreational version. The new name for it is the Byrna Kinetic. In your case, like I went over the unboxing, and like this practice round of 95, the kinetic rounds are hard plastic. Because in the states I've listed, they don't allow that, what Byrna has done is they've made an option that is your 3 vials, but your 3 vials are only the kinetic rounds. And on top of that, if it's an only kinetic round thing like in California, because California is usually the ones either the most restrictive or they're not far behind New York, and then New York is, if they're the most restrictive on something, then California is not far behind. So I try and stay on top of California because that gives you a fair idea of the most restricted option. So in California, again, fact check because that could change. The version allowed is either safety orange, which is what this is, or yellow, and that's it. No other colors, yellow or safety orange. You are not allowed any chemical irritant, and you are not allowed the inert powder, which is just like baby powder. That's not allowed either. You are only allowed that. And one thing to keep in mind for places like New York and California and some others, know your specific local laws and regulations, because some places have very specific rules. Like Manhattan has some different rules than New York State. San Francisco and Los Angeles have different rules than, say, San Diego or other areas of California. So that's something to keep in mind. As far as color goes, the reason I went with safety orange, I wanted something that was the most varied across the states and the United States. And The different versions are yellow and orange. Seem like they're the ones that are pretty blanket across everywhere, you know, barring the ammunition choices. And that's what I wanted. I wanted, if I was going to get this, I wanted something that was going to be good across the board. And for the most part, unless it's completely restricted, completely in every aspect, safety orange or yellow are allowed if they're in those areas that do allow them. Again, always check with your local laws and regulations on this. This is considered an air gun. Byrna has their manuals and stuff on the site, and they have a really good facts page on their website. Make sure to look it over because rules can change, and as popular as this is, I'm fairly certain that there will most likely in the next legislative session be something in some of those more restrictive states to find a way to, you know, ban this. So make sure you're very well read before you purchase it, and it's just a wonderful option. It fits well in your hand. It's compact. It's the size of a Glock 19. And it's just a really good distance defensive option.